Hey there. Good morning. Good morning to you, you, and you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for what? 9 for 9. It's that time. It's 9 o'clock a.m. And you know, we have our conversational praise time, our talk time, just some things to think on time. And this morning, my goodness, we're going to talk about this right here, how the seasons change. We're going through a seasonal change even right now. Seasons change, but life goes on. And I want us to think about that this morning. Seasons change, life goes on, okay? Life keeps going, things keep happening. Seasons change, life goes on. I'll be right back and we're going to talk. Hey there. Good morning. I told you I'd be right back, and I am here. I am here. I am here this morning. Good morning, Sister Face, and I see you this morning. Thank you for joining us. Listen, if you've come on, I'd like to ask you to share. If you would, I'd like to ask you to give me a like, a thumbs up. Let me know if I'm doing good. You can give me some heart emojis this morning. But we're going to talk about seasons changing, however life goes on. When we talk about that, let me go ahead and give you some scriptures. You know I'm going to give you something to help you, okay? Psalms 31:15 says this: My times are in your hands. Deliver me from the hands of my enemies, from those who pursue me. Seasons change. And also, Job 23:10 says this: But he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold. Wow. Seasons change, people. Things change. The season we're in, we might be in a season that's prosperous right now. We might be in a season where we feel like we are bearing much good fruit, okay? But then things happen. Even as the spring changes from spring to summer, and then summer to fall and fall to winter, seasons are going to change in life. There are going to be some warm seasons, sometimes when things are just too hot, like the summertime. There are going to be some times when it's the spring, things are blooming around you. You see all the pretty colors and things just look so vibrant. That's springtime. And then we're going to go through the fall. Where we are right now, we're going to go through the fall, where we see the green begin to fade away and the colors change. So seasons change. But guess what? Even when we're looking at that tree that's changing throughout those seasons, or that flower that's changing throughout those seasons, guess what? It doesn't die. Even when winter comes and it becomes frigid, oh my goodness. And you think those flowers, oh my God, my flowers died. It was so cold. Oh my goodness. But I promise if you leave them alone, guess what happens? As the spring comes back in, they begin to grow back. Oh my goodness. Even the frost can't kill them. The worst of the worst can't kill them. So when we talk about the seasons changing, guess what? Just as those trees and those flowers bounce back, we bounce back as well. That's the part about life going on. That's the part about understanding that my times are in your hands. So even as that winter came, maybe as an enemy to that plant, wore it out, made it look like it was burned up and dried out, made it look like nothing else was to come from it. Guess what? Oh my goodness. That plant was delivered. Oh my goodness, because winter, that enemy had to pull back. That enemy isn't going to always be there. That thing that's daunting you and haunting you isn't, oh, I'm telling you, it's not going to stay there. Life goes on. That thing that's got you suppressed right now, maybe a little down, it's not going to remain. Life goes on, okay? Seasons change, life goes on, people change. People change. People change on us. People change with us. And so there are different ways that people change. Relationships may not be as close as they used to be. Relationships change. Wow. That bestie you had? Oh, y'all were just, nothing could get between you. Nobody could talk about you and nobody could talk about her or him or however it goes. Wow. But then one day you realize something's changed. They aren't there as much anymore. They aren't there pushing you as much anymore. They aren't there, supporting you as much anymore. That's a change in your season with that person. But life goes on. You don't just stop living because you don't stop just because they moved on. You got to keep going. You don't stop just because your job changes. Jobs change. Many people, many of us, we may have been laid off, we may have been fired. Some of us have never experienced that. Some of us have. I remember being let go. Yeah, that's what we call it. Oh, you were let go. I remember going through that. And that was a change in my season. I didn't recognize it at the time because I thought it was an enemy. Why did I have to be the one to go? Why am I the one that has to suffer? Because the company isn't doing what the company is supposed to do, And so we have to recognize when those seasons come that guess what? They're temporary. Because God, guess what? Knows the way that I take. Job 23:10 again. When he has tested me, sometimes in those seasons we're being tested. Sometimes in those seasons we're going through some stuff. We're like, Lord, have mercy. Jesus, when will this be over? But we're being tested. But Job 23:10 reminds us of this. While that season is changing, while you're being tested, while it seems bleak, while it seems like, hey, I got to say it, you're not winning. You're winning, baby. I promise you, you're winning. And the word says, I come forth as gold. And I want you to go ahead now and speak that into your situation. I come forth as gold. You were totally let go from your job. Oh my goodness. You sought this degree and you just want to work under that degree. And nothing comes forth from it. And you just got to take what God gives you at the time he gives it to you. And you find yourself on this part-time job. And you mess around and you fall in love with that job. You begin to talk to him and say, hey, this is pretty good, God. Guess what? He'll turn that thing into full-time. I'm telling y'all, I'm sharing somebody's testimony. He'll turn it into full-time and you will come forth as gold. Seasons change, people. Guess what? But life goes on. The only way life stops is if God goes ahead and puts you to sleep from this earth, or you lose it and you give up. Don't you give up. Valor Darlington, you say, don't you give up. No, don't you surrender. It matters not what the problem is, nor what the condition may be. God's got an answer to every problem. Wow. You're going to have victory. You hear me? Seasons change. Wow. Good morning, my sister, my quail. Wow. It's so good to see you all the way in Tennessee. My love, how are you? God bless you. I see Sister Pam here this morning. Y'all know I messed around and looked and saw who was here. Just a few of you. I don't know if I can see everybody that's here, but God bless you all for coming. Sister Pam, you know it's always good to see you, dear. You encourage me. But seasons change, people. Seasons really do change. Okay? All that stuff you've been through, guess what? It didn't go out for nothing. There was a reason God allowed you to go through it, because he knew he was testing you. But before he tests us, he understands us. And he knew you were going to come forth as gold. So while you're walking through it, no, you're going to it. You're going to come forth as gold. Speak that thing over yourself this morning. Believe in him. Trust in him. But you got to believe in yourself as well. Trust the God in you that seasons change, but life goes on. Okay? So while ministries are changing, loved ones are changing, hey, situations and conditions are changing, understand that you're going to be okay. Life goes on. Hey guys, that's my time this morning, 9 for 9. I appreciate you being here. Again, if you would like, please share, please. I'd appreciate it. We give God glory for you, you, and you. But that's my time now here on 9 for 9. I want you to share this word with somebody so they can be blessed by it as well. Look, I'm going to look to see you next time. But before I go, guess what I'm going to do? Hey, this is a cinnamon apple spice. I'm going to go ahead and indulge in my cup of positivity. God bless you. I'll see you Monday morning for Monday Matters on 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadine.